well, if it's my fault and if I'm this trash, then what's the point? What's the whole point? Why am I even trying? All right, no intro video, no weird, goofy cut or nothing like that. I'm just kind of going to talk about something that has been worrying me this entire, like, getting this set up. I might have mentioned before that I was like mad anxious trying to get this first video up to some of y'all. I might even have said it in one of my other videos. I can't really remember, but another thing that I get really anxious about with doing these like weight goals and these like fitness challenges is after, I don't know, anywhere between 2 weeks to about 2 months, I get into this mode of like wanting to do something else, right? I'm like, ooh, man, this is cool. You know, I got this drone. I should probably do all these drone videos and stuff. Ooh, I got this camera. I should probably do this camera thing or something. Oh man, I should do this gaming video idea. Like, just a bunch of ideas start coming out of nowhere. And the problem with that, with me, you know, not being a master of like one thing, it puts me in a mode to constantly seek novelty, if that makes sense. That's why I have a small amount of mastery in like a lot of different areas. It's never enough to say that I'm a beast at it, or, you know, like, oh, I know that I can teach somebody how to do this thing. But it's always just enough to satisfy or to satiate that need for newness, if that makes sense. Luckily for me, there's a lot of parts of my life that don't require that novelty all the time. But it seemed like the things that I really want, like finances or fitness, nutrition, photography, videography, those, like music, oh my God, all those things constantly nag at me to try to do something new. And I know that's a long-winded way to say what I'm about to say next, which is I don't feel it quite just yet, but I am getting a little bit nervous about, because, you know, after being alive for 32 years, you can learn things about yourself that you can just choose to address or continue to ignore and just lie to yourself about. And for me, I know that I'm the kind of person that wants to try to explore different things, even before I've gotten to the point of completing said things, right? And bringing us back to the pull-up challenge, I know I'm posting every day about the pull-up, or in close proximity to the pull-up as far as the ideas go. Tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about the data. So make sure you check in for that. But regardless, I just wanted to kind of point out a couple things. The first being that this week was not the best week as far as my fitness goes and nutrition goes. And I'm not concerned about it as far as the challenge, because I know that I'll pick it back up and be fine. But I am concerned because this is around the time where I start to slow down on an idea. All it takes for me is one time for something to go wrong, and I'm like, oh, it's all me. It's my fault. That's why it's wrong. It's nothing else. There's no other factors. It's only me. And I know somebody else who's the complete opposite. They think, oh man, hey, it's this thing and that thing that it's causing me the problems. And the problems with being on both sides of the spectrum is it makes you blind to the other side. So for me, trying so hard not to look for any excuses, it puts me in a bubble. It puts me in a mode of like, well, if it's my fault and if I'm this trash, then what's the point? What's the whole point? Why am I even trying? I can't do better. So let's just see if there's something else I can do better, right? And then on the other side of the coin, oh, well, hey, if I'm completely out of control, then what's the reason for living? Why am I even alive if everything that is affects me in a way that I have no control, right? I think finding a way to be in the middle of that, understanding that there are things you can't control, both externally and internally, right? I can't be next America's Top Model, right? I can't do it, right? Not to say that I want to, but I'm just saying, there's a certain type of person you have to be that. And then vice versa, you know, America's Next Top Model can't then go into the WNBA. She can't expect to be, you know what I mean? Like, so we can go down the list. You get my point. What I'm saying is, yeah, there are some things internally that we can't control, but there are other things that you can control. And all the way around, you can affect some things that are on the outside that usually you think you can't, but you probably can. And so, like I said, right around this time is when I'm like, oh, yeah. Everything's out of my control. And I had a bad week. And when I say a bad week, I don't mean, so it wasn't a bad week. Tomorrow, when I check on the data, I'm going to see how bad it really was. But I just wanted to kind of talk to you and open up about that, because this is around the time where I start to second guess myself. And this is around the time where I start to like think a little bit too heavy about certain things. And I really don't have to think that heavy about. So that being said, I will see you tomorrow when we go do the data. We look at how much I weigh. We look at how strong I've gotten this week as far as my pull-up goals and all of my conditioning for the pull-up. And then, what is it? Oh, this right here. So this is a piece of measuring tape. Man, this camera's so good. It don't want to, there we go. That's a good complaint to have, right? When the camera actually focuses on what you tell it to focus on. But anyway, that's a measuring tape. And what I'm going to do is show you everything I've measured. I measured my arms. I measured my gut. I got the top of my chest. I got under my chest. I got thighs, everything. But I didn't waste time getting like forearms and stuff. Yeah, forearms gonna decrease, but it's not gonna be so much to the point where it's like, oh my God, this is crazy. Oh, just nah. I'm just leaving it to that. I'm mainly targeting the fatty areas, the areas that might see a significant change. So, and I'm doing that because weight loss progress fat loss progress isn't always about the weight. However, this pull-up journey is hugely predicated on the weight. Strength, of course, and conditioning, but the weight specifically, I do need to go down. But I also like to see progress in other places, and that's what we're adding to the data. Not every time we do the data, but also, just adding that in there, maybe every 2 weeks or maybe twice a month. I don't know yet. We're going to see. But I know this is a longer one, but just wanted to take the time to talk. I don't always want to try to feed the algorithm. That's a part of this process, learning the algorithm, and then maybe I can teach somebody one day. I don't know. We're going to see how that goes. But sometimes I don't want to rack my brain about, I got to get a fancy hook and, I got to make sure I try to. No, I'm not worried about the algorithm. I'm just talking to the camera right now. I'm talking to you. So anyway, see you tomorrow. That was enough rant. That was my little ramble session. If you are still here, you are a real one. And I really appreciate you, because being able to talk to you like this is very encouraging. And it's not a luxury a lot of people get to have or are able to do. I know I'm good at looking at the camera and pretending that you're actually right now talking to me and listening to me. But, that's just a gift that I guess that I'm glad I can have and help me express myself, because otherwise, I don't know, man. I'd still be searching. Searching for what I don't even know. But anyway, we'll see you next time. Appreciate you. Thank you.